Curiosities about the planet Mercury. Welcome to our new video. In this video, I will introduce you to some curiosities about the planet Mercury. Get ready to learn amazing things about the first planet in our solar system and surprise your friends with these interesting facts. The discovery of this planet dates from the time of the Sumerians, approximately 5,000 years ago. Years later, he received the name of Hermes by the Greeks and Mercury by the Romans, in honor of the speedy messenger god. Its discovery could be made so long ago thanks to the fact that advanced telescopes are not needed to see it. Mercury is the smallest of the 8 planets that make up our solar system. In fact, it is slightly larger than our moon. A curious fact about this planet is that although it is located closest to the Sun, it is not the hottest, still reaching around 430 degrees Celsius during the day. However, the thin atmosphere does not allow it to retain this heat, which is why it has a wide thermal amplitude, reaching up to -180 degrees Celsius at night. It has the fastest speed among the planets in our solar system, traveling at a speed of 47 kilometers per second. Mercury's year has only 88 days. This is due to its proximity to the Sun. Every 3 months you would be 1 year old if you lived on Mercury. The days on this planet are already longer, and it is because Mercury takes around 59 Earth days to turn around its own axis. The day and night cycle is even greater, being equivalent to 176 Earth days. That is, every year on Earth on Mercury, the Sun rises twice. On this planet, there are no seasons of the year. It has an extensive metallic core approximately 3,600 kilometers wide that occupies about 61% of the planet's area, giving it the title of the second densest planet in our solar system. It has a diameter of 4,876 kilometers, about 2.6 times smaller than that of Earth. The Sun from Mercury's perspective would look 3 times bigger than from our planet. And the brightness would be about 7 more intense. Mercury's spin on its own axis is almost perfectly vertical, presenting a tilt of about 2 degrees. This planet has no moon. This planet is considered rocky, being formed by metallic elements, 70%, and silicates, 30%. The surface of this planet is composed of silicon, magnesium, and sulfur. Exploring the surface of Mercury is such a complex challenge that before sending a probe to this planet, the Moon, Mars, and Venus had already been visited. The first probe to succeed in exploring Mercury was NASA's Mariner 10 in 1974. This probe re-explored the planet 2 more times and has managed to map 40% to 45% of the surface. NASA's Messenger spacecraft also investigated the surface of Mercury and discovered possible volcanoes. It is thought that this planet was volcanically active, but when it cooled it contracted, causing various deformations on its surface. These folds are distinguished from craters because they are more recent structures. The ESA, European Space Agency, Bepi-Colombo spacecraft in conjunction with the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, JAXA, will arrive at Mercury in 2025 and was launched in October 2018. The Sun does not reach some craters that are located in the polar regions of Mercury. In these areas, the probe found a condensed material that looks like ice. These craters are thought to have originated about 4 billion years ago with a meteorite bombardment. This theory is supported by the fact that the planet's thin atmosphere could not stop meteorites. If an observer located at the closest point to the Sun on Mercury's equator were to look at the Sun, they would have the impression that the Sun is not moving, since the orbital speed of the planet is equal to its rotation speed. This event could occur over a couple of weeks. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to receive more content of this type. And tell me in the comments, which curiosity did you like the most? Curious facts about the Sun. Welcome to our new video. In this video, I will present to you some fascinating facts about the Sun. Get ready to learn surprising things about this star and amaze your friends with these interesting facts. What is a star? It's a bright, hot ball. Although the Sun may seem enormous to us, did you know it is considered a yellow dwarf star? By exploring space, scientists have managed to find stars 100 times larger than our Sun, and there are also stars 10 times smaller. Nevertheless, it is so large that it would take 100 Earths to reach the size of the Sun. The fact that it is a yellow dwarf star is part of the life cycle of stars. Our Sun is in this stage because it is 4.5 billion years old. Once it reaches 5 billion years, it will turn into a red giant star. And after several billion more years, it will become a small white star, with its size estimated to decrease to that of Earth, but its weight will be 20,000 times greater. The solar cycle also has periods of higher and lower solar activity, but ultimately, stars tend to increase their brightness until they lose their mass and become a small white star. This super-hot, circular star is responsible for maintaining our entire solar system as we know it, thanks to the gravity it exerts on the other bodies in our solar system. Our Sun is so large that it contains 99% of the materials in our solar system. The rest of the planets, moons, and stars only make up 1% of the total. The Sun is crucial for our planet as it regulates the seasons, weather, ocean currents, and radiation belts. Our Sun is composed of the gases helium and hydrogen. An interesting fact is that there are billions of stars like our Sun throughout the Milky Way. In many mythologies, the Sun plays a very important role. For the Egyptians, it's the god Ra, for the Norse, it's Sol, and for the Greeks, it's Apollo, among others. Many of us admire the light of the stars at night, but did you know it's possible to see the light of a star during the day? The sunlight. The Sun is located approximately 149,669 kilometers from Earth. The Moon is 400 times closer to Earth than the Sun. The star closest to the Sun is Proxima Centauri, located at a distance of 4 light-years from our Sun in the Centaurus constellation. It's important to remember that even though it's so far from Earth, its brightness is so intense that you should not look directly at the Sun without eye protection. Do you know what's hotter than the surface of the Sun? The Sun's atmosphere. But the hottest part of all is the core, which reaches a temperature of approximately 15 million degrees Celsius. The Sun not only emits heat to Earth but also other particles. Our electromagnetic and atmospheric fields protect our planet. When these particles are emitted in large quantities and interact with the gases in the outer portion of our atmosphere, we can witness the phenomenon of the northern lights. The speed of light is the fastest thing we know. Have you ever wondered how long it takes for light to be emitted by the Sun and reach Earth? It takes 8 minutes and 30 seconds. When we look at photos of the Sun from NASA, we can observe dark areas called sunspots. These appear this way because they are cooler regions than the rest. Another common phenomenon in these images is solar flares. They occur when magnetic field lines near sunspots cross, reorganize, or tangle, causing a sudden burst of energy. This intense activity on the solar surface is due to electrically charged gases that generate areas with strong magnetic activity, triggering the events necessary for solar flares. Solar flares can also be accompanied by coronal mass ejections, which are radiation bubbles that explode into space at high speed. You probably think of the typical conspiracy theorist from movies when you hear news like there will be such a strong solar storm that it will interfere with our radio communication. But did you know that NASA claims that these solar storms can indeed emit enough radiation to interfere with our radio communication on Earth? Contrary to what you might believe, solar systems usually don't have only one Sunday. Stars are often accompanied, so most solar systems have more than 2 suns. Having only one sun is a peculiarity of our system. Our Sun is located in the Orion spur of the Milky Way. Earth orbits the Sun, but what does the Sun orbit? The Sun orbits the Milky Way, carrying our entire solar system with it at a speed of 720,000 kilometers. Do you know how many years it takes for the Sun to complete an orbit around the Milky Way? 230 million years. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to receive more content like this. And tell me in the comments, did you know that our Sun is a dwarf star? Fascinating facts about the planet Pluto. Welcome to our new video. In this video, I will present to you some interesting facts about the planet Pluto. Get ready to learn amazing things about the 9th planet in our solar system and amaze your friends with these interesting facts. Pluto has a glacier the size of Oklahoma and Texas, and an interesting feature is that this glacier is heart-shaped. The name Pluto also follows mythological tradition and pays tribute to the Roman god of the underworld, Pluto. An interesting fact about the name of this planet is that it was named by an 11-year-old girl. The girl's name was Venetia Burney, and she suggested the name to her grandfather, who submitted it to the Lowell Observatory, which ultimately decided to use the name. This planet has, up to now, 5 discovered moons: Charon, Nix, Hydra, Kerberos, and Styx. The largest of them is Charon, which is half the size of Pluto, earning it the title of the largest moon relative to the planet it orbits. An interesting fact about Charon is that it always faces the same surface of Pluto, meaning the other half of Pluto has never seen Charon. One orbit of Charon around Pluto takes the same amount of time as one rotation of the planet, 153 hours. It takes a staggering 248 Earth years to complete one orbit around the Sun. The planet's surface is complex, featuring valleys, mountains, craters, plains, and glaciers. Many people will remember Pluto as the 9th planet in our solar system from their school science classes. However, after the discovery of the Kuiper Belt, an area beyond Neptune, in 2006, the planet was reclassified as a dwarf planet. Pluto is part of the group of objects, icy and rocky, much smaller than the other planets, and dwarf planets that orbit in a disk-like fashion within the Kuiper Belt. It has a width of 2,253 kilometers, which is only about half the size of the United States and 1/6 the size of Earth. It is considered the smallest planet in our solar system. However, when we consider ice dwarfs, Pluto is the largest among them. This planet is located 39 astronomical units from the Sun. Did you know that at this distance, it takes approximately 5.5 hours for sunlight to travel from the Sun to Pluto? Due to this distance, the sunlight on Pluto is only 1/900th as bright as on Earth. This planet also exhibits a retrograde rotation, just like Uranus and Venus, meaning its rotation direction is from east to west. Pluto's atmosphere is thin and consists of gases like nitrogen, carbon monoxide, and methane. The planet's temperature is approximately -232 degrees Celsius, which prevents the existence of liquid water. Only one mission has been able to visit this dwarf planet. However, based on what we have observed about the planet, it lacks the necessary conditions to support life. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to receive more content like this. And tell me in the comments, did you know there were other dwarf planets? Curious facts about black holes. Welcome to our new video. In this video, I will present to you some interesting facts about black holes. Get ready to learn surprising things about these fascinating objects and impress your friends with these interesting facts. What is a black hole? A black hole is an immense amount of matter trapped in a very small space, generating a gravitational field so large that not even light, with the fastest speed we know, can escape. Due to the large amount of mass and the small volume it occupies, they are quite dense. After this collapse, time slows down in relation to distant observers, freezing these objects in time. How are black holes formed? Einstein's theory of relativity predicted that massive stars, when they die in a supernova explosion, leave behind a very dense core. If this core has 3 times the mass of our Sun, gravity's force surpasses all other forces, and a black hole is formed. If they attract everything that comes near, how is it possible to study black holes? They cannot be directly detected by telescopes that detect light, X-rays, or other types of electromagnetic radiation. However, newer telescopes like Hubble and Swift were able to detect strong flashes of light produced by gamma rays, indicating not only the presence of a black hole, but also the likely collision with a neutron star. Did you know that the collision between these two objects can give rise to another black hole? In other words, by not allowing light to escape, they are invisible to telescopes. However, the emission of X-rays and gamma rays produced due to the collision of this object with others can be detected. Some ways to detect the presence of black holes include the remains of the destruction they cause when stars approach them, emission of gamma rays, and their ability to induce or inhibit the emergence of stars. They also leave traces as they pass through interstellar matter, attracting matter inward. For this, NASA uses its telescopes and satellites. Many of us have seen bright images of black holes with rays emanating from them. Did you know that this happens when they devour a star? When hearing about black holes, you might be imagining an object as large as our Sun, but did you know that there are also medium-sized and small ones? NASA scientists believe that supermassive black holes were created approximately at the same time as the galaxy they inhabit. Do you know what would happen to our planet if the Sun were replaced by a black hole of the same mass? Nothing, because the black hole would exert the same gravitational force on the planets and moons of our solar system, meaning they would orbit the black hole in the same way they orbit the Sun. The distance would not be sufficient to attract Earth. Can our Sun become a black hole? No, because it doesn't have enough size. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And tell me in the comments, what would you like to see about the universe? Europe, the greatest possibility of hosting life in our solar system. Welcome to our new video. In this video, I will present to you some curiosities about the moon Europa. Get ready to learn amazing things about this Jupiter moon and surprise your friends with these interesting facts. Europa is one of the 80 moons that orbit the planet Jupiter. This moon is about 1/4 the size of Earth and takes 3.5 Earth days to complete an orbit around Jupiter. The name of this moon is a tribute to a woman who was abducted by Zeus in Greek mythology. Why is this Jupiter moon so promising for life? One of the essential factors for life is water. While analyzing our solar system, water has been found in a gaseous state in the clouds, but it has never been found in a liquid state on other planets. This is where the importance of investigating the moon Europa comes in. Although only solid water has been found on its surface so far, there is a possibility that closer to its core, the temperature is higher, allowing the existence of liquid water. Which expeditions have managed to fly over this Jupiter moon? The first spacecraft to approach the moon Europa were Pioneer 10 and 11 in 1970, but only Voyager 1 and 2 managed to take pictures of the planet's surface. Did you know that the Galileo spacecraft has gathered so much interesting information about Jupiter that NASA decided to extend its mission by 2 more years? In total, this probe managed to fly over Europa 12 times. And now you might be wondering, what important things has this probe discovered? Do you remember the theory that beneath all the ice on Europa, there is water that I just mentioned? It turns out that this probe managed to discover information that could support this theory. Galileo detected an alteration in Jupiter's magnetic field near its moon Europa. This alteration can be justified by a large amount of electrically charged fluid beneath the surface, inducing a special magnetic field on Europa that, when interacting with Jupiter's, causes this alteration. A global ocean of salt water could be responsible for this event. The promising ocean of Europa. Scientists believe that the ice layer covering the surface of this moon is about 15 to 25 kilometers thick, while the ocean beneath it could be 60 to 150 kilometers deep. If this theory is confirmed, Europa has more than double the water of Earth. In 2019, NASA detected water vapor on the surface of Europa. Is Europa the only moon with an ocean? The answer is no. Saturn's moon Enceladus also has a confirmed ocean. Why is there a possibility of life on the moon Europa? Scientists claim that there could be microorganisms in the frozen zones of the ocean on this moon in a state of latency, waiting for more favorable conditions for life. What conditions would have to exist for life to be possible? Liquid water, some chemical elements, a heat source, and enough time for life to develop. Assuming that Europa's ocean has existed since the beginning of our solar system, there would have been enough time for life to develop on the planet. There is still no concrete evidence, although these assumptions are supported by plausible theories. At present, they are only theories. Once these assumptions are verified, this moon will fulfill 2 of the minimum requirements for hosting life. The heat source has a significant impact on life on Earth, allowing the growth of plants through photosynthesis, which in turn feeds other food chains. Unlike Earth, probable life on Europa is beneath the ice, preventing these organisms from coming into contact with the Sun. However, it would still be possible for organisms to survive due to chains of chemical reactions. An interesting fact about this moon is that due to the radiation it receives from Jupiter, it could not host life on its surface, only in the ocean beneath the ice, which is precisely the most likely place for life for all the aforementioned reasons. When compared to our moon, the moon Europa has a more regular and brighter surface. Did you know that Europa is 5.5 times brighter than our moon? The ice on its surface allows it to reflect more sunlight. The surface of this moon is also smoother than that of other ice moons, although Europa's surface is not entirely smooth. Cracks containing dark frozen fluid are found all over the surface of this moon. So far, no signs of activity have been found on the surface of the moon Europa, but due to the existence of these cracks, it is assumed that there was activity on its surface in the past. NASA scientists believe that the fact that the surface of this moon is more homogeneous than others could be due to the following factors: a young surface or erosions, ice or volcanoes, that reshape the planet's surface. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to receive more content like this. And tell me in the comments, do you think there is life in the ocean of Europa? Interesting facts about the galaxies. Welcome to our new video. Get ready to learn amazing things about galaxies and impress your friends with these interesting facts. Galaxies are formed by planets, stars, and clouds of dust and gas. The largest known galaxy is located approximately 1 million light-years from ours and contains trillions of stars. Even the smallest galaxy contains around a few thousand stars and is a few hundred light-years away. At the center of most large galaxies, there is a supermassive black hole. And now you might be wondering, how big is a supermassive black hole? It exceeds the mass of our Sun by several trillion times. The shape of a galaxy can be spiral, irregular, or elliptical. It is believed that the newest galaxy formed around 500 million years ago. The vast majority of galaxies formed between 10 and 13.6 billion years ago. Milky Way. Our galaxy is the Milky Way and has a spiral shape. Its age is approximately 13.2 billion years. Did you know that the Milky Way takes 200 million years to complete one rotation? In our galaxy, there are between 200,000 and 400,000 million stars. The Sun is located approximately 28,000 light-years from the center of the Milky Way in the Orion Arm. It is believed that in approximately 4 billion years, there will be a collision between our galaxy and Andromeda, a nearby galaxy larger than ours. Would our solar system be destroyed by this collision? The Sun would remain intact, but it would be thrown out of the new galaxy along with our entire solar system. Andromeda. In this galaxy, also known as M31, 26 black holes were found. By studying the Andromeda galaxy, it was discovered that a galaxy can have two nuclei. These nuclei move with respect to each other, and one of the nuclei is decomposing the other. Dark matter. Have you ever wondered what the difference is between dark matter and normal matter? Normal matter is composed mostly of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Unlike dark matter, this matter reflects visible light, ultraviolet light, or infrared light. Dark matter does not absorb, reflect, or emit light, or at least if it does, it cannot be identified with the current technology we have. It is still unknown which particles make up dark matter. It is thought that dark matter is part of a network interconnected throughout the universe. It is known that it is not composed of the particles we know, because if it were, it would behave differently. Dark energy. It is estimated that dark energy makes up about 68% of the universe. Not much is known yet about this type of energy, but something like this is needed to explain the acceleration of the universe. This acceleration has a repulsive effect on the gravitational effect, causing the universe to expand opposing the contraction effect of gravity. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to receive more content like this. And tell me in the comments, did you already know any of this data? Interesting facts about planets with water. In this video, you will learn about some planets and moons that have water in liquid, solid, or gaseous states. Get ready to discover various intriguing facts about these planets and moons. Water is an essential element for life, making it crucial in the search for signs of life on other planets. The hydrogen needed to produce ocean water originated from the Big Bang, while oxygen comes from the cores of stars more massive than the Sun. Consequently, there is a significant amount of gaseous water in our galaxy, and our ocean has stellar origins. Did you know that the Hubble telescope found water molecules in the Helix Nebula? However, the most astonishing fact is the amount of water daily produced by the Orion Nebula. It produces so much water that it could fill the Earth's oceans 60 times over. These water molecules, combined with other molecules, are used to create new planetary systems. Despite our planet being called Earth, 71% of its surface is covered by water. 96.5% of all the planet's water is in the ocean. And even though we have this vast amount of water, did you know that less than 3% is drinkable? 2/3 of this water is frozen in glaciers and polar caps. The oceans on our planet expand by 0.33 centimeters annually due to the increasing temperature of our planet. Did you know that planets can lose their oceans? Without a powerful electromagnetic field to protect their atmosphere, water can escape into space at high temperatures. Mars and Venus are examples of planets thought to have had large oceans in the past. The only remnants of water on Mars are in the soil, polar caps, and a bit in the form of mud. Europa, Jupiter's moon, may have an extensive ocean beneath its frozen surface. Ganymede, the largest moon in our solar system, has an extensive ocean between its crust and core. It is believed that Jupiter's moon Callisto also has an ocean approximately 10 kilometers deep. Saturn's moon Enceladus also has a 10-kilometer deep ocean. It is assumed that Saturn's moon Titan also has an ocean about 50 kilometers below its icy surface. You may have noticed that many of these moons are classified based on the assumption of having an ocean, and you may wonder what the basis is for creating the theory of possible oceans. It turns out that, containing a vast amount of conductive saltwater, oceans interfere with the electromagnetic field. So, when they notice that the electromagnetic field does not behave as expected, there is a possibility of an ocean beneath their surface. Frozen water and flowing glaciers of methane and nitrogen were found on the dwarf planet Pluto. There is consideration of the possibility of an ocean beneath its surface. Het P11b is located 120 light-years away in the Cygnus constellation. The high temperatures of this exoplanet do not allow it to have an ocean, but it has water vapor. Its sky is clear and cloudless. Kepler 22b is an exoplanet orbiting a star similar to our Sun at a distance considered by NASA as the habitable zone. At this distance from its Sun, it could have liquid water. It is 2.4 times larger than our planet, and it is still unknown whether it is predominantly gaseous, rocky, or liquid. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And tell me in the comments, what would you like to know about the universe?
What is the Big Bang? Interesting facts about the origin of the universe. In this video you will learn some interesting facts about the origin of the universe. Get ready to learn various curiosities about this theory. The theory of the Big Bang was created by Georges Lemaitre. This theory says that the universe was just a point a long time ago that expanded to reach its current dimensions and continues to expand. Astronomer Edwin Hubble observed that other galaxies were moving away from ours, and those farther away were moving at greater speeds. This discovery supported Georges Lemaitre's theory because it implies that at some point all these structures were closer together. If everything started as a point, how were the structures formed as we know them? At first, there was only a mixture of tiny particles, energy, and light. With the expansion, the temperature decreased, allowing these particles to group together and form atoms. Initially, the atomic nucleus of these particles was too hot, so they couldn't capture electrons and form complete atoms. It took about 380,000 years for the first complete atoms to emerge. Thus began an era called nucleosynthesis, in which protons and neutrinos collide and give rise to the first elements, hydrogen, helium, and traces of beryllium and lithium. After the temperature decreased and electrons grouped into atoms, there were not as many free electrons to form a fog, so light could travel greater distances. Do you know what the oldest light in the universe is? The light produced by these first atoms can still be detected. However, the absorption effect of hydrogen atoms caused the universe to remain dark for over 200 million years. During this period, there were no stars. And how did the first stars arise? Groups of gas clouds attracted matter. The cores of these groups began to heat up with increased compression and density. The first stars were about 30 to 300 times larger than our Sun, and their brightness was millions of times greater. The ultraviolet light emitted by these first stars allowed the ionization of hydrogen atoms into protons and neutrinos, reducing the amount of dispersed gas in the universe. Thanks to this reionization, light can travel greater distances. And what exactly is reionization? This process separates atoms into protons and neutrinos. In the meantime, galaxies collided and clustered. Stars and galaxies formed from successive groupings of particles and atoms. Comets, planets, black holes, and asteroids formed with the life and death cycle of stars. Have you ever wondered how old the universe is? The universe is 13.8 billion years old. During the early universe, there was cosmic expansion at a speed faster than light for a fraction of a second. The Big Bang originated after cosmic expansion when the energy of expansion was transferred to light and matter. It is estimated that in the second after the Big Bang, the temperature was around 10 trillion degrees Celsius. In summary, the process of the Big Bang begins with a point undergoing significant inflation. After this process, the first lights emerge, followed by an era of darkness due to the fog of mainly hydrogen atoms. The first stars emit ultraviolet light that reionizes the atoms of the fog into protons and neutrinos, which regroup to form cosmic structures. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to receive more content like this. And tell me in the comments, did you already know any of these curious facts?
Fascinating facts about Enceladus, Saturn's moon. Welcome to our new video. In this video, I'll present some interesting facts about the moon Enceladus. Get ready to learn impressive things about this splendid satellite of Saturn and amaze your friends with these interesting pieces of information. This moon has geysers on its surface that eject hot water rich in minerals into space. One curiosity about these sprays is that in space, these water droplets freeze and form Saturn's earring. This portion is very small, and some of this ice returns to the moon's surface, making it an icy moon. In addition to water, it also emits a series of gases, such as methane, carbon dioxide, ammonia, carbon monoxide, and nitrogen in smaller amounts. An interesting fact is that the density of organic materials was 20 times denser than expected. And where does so much water vapor come from? NASA scientists believe that this water originates from a global ocean beneath the ice layer covering the planet's surface. It is thought that this layer ranges from 1 to 5 kilometers thick at the South Pole and is thicker elsewhere on the Moon, varying from 20 to 25 kilometers thick. This water vapor is expelled through deep cracks, informally called tiger stripes, specifically in the grooves that are warmer areas. These fissures are in constant contraction and expansion. By studying the composition of Saturn's earring, scientists have concluded that it is composed of ice droplets and silica nanoparticles. These nanoparticles can only form at temperatures above 90 degrees Celsius, similar to the hydrothermal vents we have on Earth. Enceladus is the sixth largest moon of Saturn and orbits the planet at a distance of approximately 238,000 kilometers between the moon's Tethys and Mimas. The side of the moon facing Saturn is always the same, just like our moon. Enceladus takes about 32.9 hours to complete one day. This moon exhibits a phenomenon called orbital resonance, in which two or more moons align with the planet they orbit and interact gravitationally. Dione, being a larger moon, narrows Enceladus's orbit, forming an ellipse. The difference in distance between Enceladus and Saturn enables tidal heating within the moon. It has the widest and most reflective surface in our solar system. Some areas of this moon have craters with a diameter of 35 kilometers, while others have several smaller craters. The south pole of Enceladus practically has no craters. The southern polar region of this moon has several enormous ice boulders and exhibits tectonic patterns. Large clouds of water vapor were also found in this region. Scientists speculate that the heating of Enceladus is similar to that of Jupiter's moon Io. Tidal heating is produced by tidal friction exerted by the magnetic field of the planet that the moon orbits. Tidal heating takes into account several parameters such as mean radius, mean orbital motion, orbital distance, eccentricity, body mass, and the efficiency to dissipate tidal energy into frictional heat. The name Enceladus refers to a giant from Greek mythology and was chosen because the equivalent of Saturn in Greek mythology is Kronos, known as the leader of the Titans. The name was suggested by John Herschel in 1847. It is considered a small moon. This moon has a diameter of only 504 kilometers. Our planet has a diameter 25.3 times larger than that of Enceladus. And its mass is 680 times smaller than that of Earth. It has a temperature of -201 degrees Celsius because its surface is highly reflective. Did you know that ice and gas particles spout at a speed of 400 meters per second? This data was discovered by the Cassini spacecraft in 2005. This spacecraft also played an important role in solidifying the theory of Enceladus's global ocean. The spacecraft's magnetometer pointed to an alteration in this moon's electromagnetic field pushing against Saturn's electromagnetic field. Thanks to its global ocean, heat production, and chemical compounds necessary for life such as phosphorus, the moon Enceladus is very promising for the search for life in our solar system. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And tell me in the comments, what is your favorite planet? Interesting facts about the star Betelgeuse. Welcome to our new video. In this video, I will present some interesting facts about the star Betelgeuse.